As usual on our first day at sea, I left Lindsey in bed for lying while I went out to explore the ship and to do a little bit of filming in preparation for our ship tour. After about half an hour I returned to the cabin to find Lindsey raring to go, so off we went down to the main dining room and had a lovely breakfast. From there we went outside to check out what the weather conditions are like and had a quick stroll along the semi-prom deck, as there isn't a full wraparound prom deck on Silhouette, just to get a feel for the temperature. One of the things we love to do on a cruise is to take part in the outdoor deck sports, but unfortunately Cellebrity don't hold any of these, so we thought we'd try our hand at table tennis instead. As you can see, our table tennis skills aren't up to much, so we thought we'd go and do something we're much better at. Although this was our first Cellebrity cruise, we'd actually earned some Captain's Club points by watching a few videos and taking part in some information before we sailed. Because of this, we were lucky enough to be invited to the Captain's Club reception.
Loyalty with us. I want you to know that we appreciate a lot that you keep coming back again to us.
Bloody Mary. First of the cruise.
It's nice.
It smells very tomatoey.
It's quite hot.
Love it. So, we met this lovely lady earlier and she said, if you want a drink and it's not on the menu, just ask for it. So I asked for a Miami Vice and they made me one, and it's a really nice Miami Vice. Love it. So after a few more drinks the weather improved and we went outside onto the open decks, and while we were there this happened. So what's just happened, Lindsey?
Medevac.
Medevac?
Yeah.
At sea?
Yeah,
off to
at
the
sea.
French Coast Guard?
Yeah. Yeah, that was and quite a speedy transfer too.
Very quick,
But it
yeah.
looked as though he was walking wounded.
Yeah, very efficient. So we're in the, where are we?
Sky Lounge.
Sky. Well done, Lindsey. We're in the Sky Lounge and we're just about to have a go at general knowledge trivia, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got there.
20 questions.
20 questions. We'll see what happens.
The Act was first installed on British streets in 1958, 23 years after they appeared in the US.
Parking meters.
Someone says parking meters, traffic lights, parking meters, cat eyes. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, it was indeed parking meters. Parking meters. Author was nicknamed the Queen of Crime. Yes, indeed, it was Dame Agatha Christie. Yes, she was knighted by Queen Elizabeth.
And it'll come as no surprise to you that we didn't win the quiz, but we did have a good bit of fun with David the host, who was really entertaining. Soon it was time to head off to dinner, and this was a special occasion tonight because we met all our dinner guests, and what fun they were. Jackie, Trish, Peter, Pam, Randy and Carol. In fact, we were enjoying ourselves so much we forgot to photograph any of the food. As we left dinner we stumbled upon the Queen's sing-along. It was absolutely brilliant, but the trouble was it was packed, you couldn't get a seat anywhere. This became a problem throughout the cruise, with standing room only becoming the norm for all the wonderful entertainment held in the atrium. So which one's yours, Lindsey?
Mine's the big one.
Well, there's a surprise. Look at that one there. That. Oh, yeah.
Trying to drink his cocktail.
So this is a Pisces cocktail.
Okay.
And
It's huge, isn't it?
no, it's tiny. I'm just going to have a go. See how... Ooh, the hard one. Wow. Well, that's really quite nice.
Is it? When you can get to it.
When you get to it.
It's not a lot of it, but it's quite nice. I might have another one of them. It's all gone. It's gone.
Already big laugh in the hen. Tonight's special.
So are you enjoying my brandy Alexander?
Yes,
That's really nice.
It is. It's go
Alright, let's go with
away.
question number one. First question
I'll just
is...
After a couple of drinks in the Sky Lounge, we set off to the theatre to watch a magic show.
This time I'll only use 2 cards. It's a little bit easier to follow. 2 cards. And the only one you need to watch is the king, right? So keep your eyes on the king. The 8, I'm going to be honest, it's just to distract you. So when I do that, don't watch the 8, keep your eyes on the king. Because if you take your eyes off him for just a second, that's when he'll get away from you.
He's in the corner.
He's under your nose the whole time.
We're not really huge fans of magic, but this was probably the best magic show we've ever seen on a ship.
Something like this.
The speed the tricks were carried out at was incredible, and so we left the theatre and made our way to the ABBA sing-along, which again was very busy and no seating available unfortunately.
Well, it's been a while since we got on board and we thought we'd better tell you about our story so far and how we're finding things with Cellebrity. So do you want to start off with embarkation, Linz?
Well, embarkation was so speedy, you almost didn't know what was happening next because it was just whoosh, whoosh, straight through. I think from the front doors, once we got through the security, which took 2 minutes, but once we got from there through to actually walking onto the ship was 5 minutes.
If that. I've never...
Absolutely crazy.
It was different, wasn't it?
It was different.
We were a bit like, what's going on? Because you go through security in City Terminal first. We went up the escalator, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we went to queue to go into check-in and we were told to just go over there. So we went over in this sort of what we thought was a holding area.
They checked our
passports
there and then
scanned the phone.
Yeah, and then straight on board. Pardon?
Yeah,
straight on board.
And that was it. Straight on board the ship. Incredible. So we got on the ship and what did we do? We couldn't go to the cabins, could we? Because they weren't ready yet.
No, so we went up and had a burger and a hot dog and...
Oh, we did.
It was a little bit blowy up there, but it was all right.
Your burger, all right?
No, I had a hot dog.
Oh yeah, your hot dog, all right?
Yes, it was all right. It's probably not the best.
No?
No, I still think that probably P&O do the best one.
But the chips was good.
The chips were very nice, actually. It's nice to have chips rather than... And proper chips, not chunky chips.
Or fries.
And they weren't fries either, but they were very nicely done.
No, they were, and my burger was very nice as well. And you sort of create your own burger rather than having one off the menu. So I'll have a bit of this, a bit of that. And they also had sautéed onions that you could have in your burgers, which is most unusual.
And then they had a salad bar beside it as well, so you could build your own, which was very good.
And a bar next door.
Yeah, waiter service there. Bit cold for that up there, wasn't it?
It was
a bit,
yeah.
But yeah, it was the thing to do to kill a bit of time before we came down to see our cabin.
Well, we had a little stroll around then, didn't we? Didn't we go for a beer then downstairs when we met those nice people? A lady and her son.
We might have done.
Yeah. And I got,
Oh yeah. You got your wet bum.
I got a wet bottom. Well, tell the story. You just as well. No, you know, embarrass me.
We sat on some really nice couches down on the deck and ordered a couple of drinks, and the gentleman and lady who sat opposite turned out to be mother and son, and we sat chatting as you do, and then both of us realised that the cushions that we were sat on were wet. I can't say they're damp, they were wet.
Oh, they were wet.
So yeah, that kind of curtailed our chat.
Well, it did, and then I had to walk all the way down to the cabin with a wet mark on my trousers that looked like yeah. So anyway, when we got down to the cabin, we were rather impressed when we walked in the door, weren't we? We'll do a full cabin tour as well, but we've only got an inside cabin, but it's huge.
Yeah, it's very roomy.
Very roomy.
The bed's a little bit hard, but it's still comfortable to sleep in, really, mostly.
Well, you don't seem to have any trouble. You still can't get her out of bed in the mornings. But we found that the whole ship is quite spacious, roomy and airy. It's like up in the Sky Lounge, which is the observation lounge at the front of the ship. It's just big and feels big.
And a lot of the corridors, and where the corridors meet other corridors, there's a lot of room there. The corridors themselves are quite wide.
Yes.
The doorway as you come into the cabin is very spacious and wide.
Yeah.
So you're not sort of crashed like this as you come in. So yeah, it's all a little bit like that, isn't it?
It just makes it comfortable. A lot of fun on this ship. It's busy, isn't it?
It's busy, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's manic, but
No.
there's a huge amount going on.
It's every half an hour, boom, 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 boom. There's some entertainment event going on.
The quizzes are a bit speedy.
They are quite speedy, but they're quite funny. We've met some really nice people on board. We met up with Andy and Carla on the first afternoon after I'd dried my bottom out with a hairdryer because our cases hadn't arrived by that time. And we met up with them. Hi, Andy, Carla. Good to meet you.
It's a good way of testing out the hairdryer.
Oh, yeah. Not exactly a scientific test, is it, drying out your trousers? We've met Lawrence and...
I can't remember her name.
Oh, she's lovely. And little.
Yeah, tiny.
Yeah, nice people on the table at dinner. Someone from Bridgewater.
Who lives literally about half
a mile from us. Yeah. And Carol and Thomas from North Carolina.
Yeah. And then Jackie and Trish.
Trish from Billericay, aren't they? Yeah.
Originally.
Oh, not now.
No, one of them lives in Lincolnshire now.
Oh, all right. But lovely people. Everyone's really nice, and the whole ship is really friendly.
And we have had a bit of a problem on the table because last night we were yapping so much that the people were starting to come in for the next sitting.
But they didn't ask us to leave.
No,
they just let us
left us
carry
there.
on, and it seems quite a relaxed atmosphere. Nothing is, apart from some of the entertainment areas, and the theatre was quite full as well, nothing is that full, is it?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very much nomadic almost.
Yeah, it goes in phases, doesn't it? People
it
move
does.
around the ship. There's several bars. Having said that, there's several bars that we would have liked to have tried, like the Martini Bar.
We just haven't got there yet.
We just haven't got there. And the Ensemble at the back of the ship, that looks like a lovely bar. But we haven't had a drink there yet, have we?
So we've got some work to do.
We have.
But it doesn't seem to matter what you ask for. If it's not on the list and it's a cocktail that you're asking for, they will make it.
And
they have no hassle doing that.
No. And the bartenders make it differently.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Quite differently.
Yeah, it's quite interesting actually.
So that's our little catch up. So we'll say bye for now and see if we can remember to photograph some of the food. So see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Coming soon in our next episode, we visit Chateau La Roche-Corbon and take a stroll around the beautiful town of La Rochelle. If you don't want to miss out, then please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell.